Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. Your college football Saturday continues with a great showdown here on EA Sports. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Got room at the 35. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Quarterback making adjustments. Reed. Oh, they're after him. Zings it complete to the right. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route 80 yards and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch, and this Aggies offense, especially their passing attack, still going to be tough to stop.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Handoff to the single back. And tackled there by the defense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
You'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Throwing Simmons. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
They're field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead is 6 in the 1st.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Makes a move. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Missouri. Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Reed. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. Lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Nice directional kick there like a solid iron shot.
Return goes out of bounds.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Simmons. Fakes the grab. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Got it. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started. Here in the 2nd. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. They'll go with Hardy. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Looking for an open area to his left. Missouri comes to the line with another 1st down. The give to Hardy. Got enough for the 1st. Could be an alley. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space.
Makes the grab in their space. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Headed to the end zone. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big...
And he's in! Touchdown, Tigers! Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 14-6. He marched 78 yards down the field, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Making side adjustments here. Reed. It's complete on the right side. Strong, firm tackle.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Running inside. It's Owens. Maybe some room here. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Morrow. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Here's Reed to throw. He's got it down the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. And you can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Back to throw, it's Reed. And that one is picked up in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. From the gun, give to Hardy. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. Breaks into the open. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
It's picked off. That's number 10. Take over late in the half, enough time to Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. He might want another play. Reed. Here's a heat. Plucks it out of the air. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. With the catch, it's Owens. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Owens. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Quick tempo, no huddle offense, second down, clock's running.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
We knew coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. He's got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll move the tight end. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies!
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Throwing Reed. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. To throw, it's Simmons. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Maryland Terrapins. And it's the Buckeyes getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
On first down, it's Hardy again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard. The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive. Try to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Fourth down, Simmons. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right back to it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And here he comes out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on 4th down. Now you know you can trust your defense. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The give to Hardy. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finding some room. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He slides to a halt inside the 10. Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. Throwing Simmons. Working that left side now. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Here comes the 2-point try. To the air, it's Simmons. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The run inside. It's Owens. There he goes. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Offense changing the play. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscles. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Reed. A strike downfield. Crosses makes the catch, and he's free. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Wide receiver going in motion. Running the red zone. It's Owens. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. The give. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Aggies get it right back.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here. And the ball's free in the backfield. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He'll try to do it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Missouri wants to go fast. Now here's Simmons. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Here's Reed to throw. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Crosses to 35. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
Simmons. Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
To the air, it's Simmons. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. It's complete to the left. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker.
And this is not decision time.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Simmons to throw for it on fourth. The offense coughs it up. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He's loose on the right. Inside the 10. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. So the touchdown will stand. Penalty on the defense waved off, and the points go on the board. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Here he comes. This is a gamble. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Simmons to throw. Fires to the wide out. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though...
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On third down, here's Hardy. Turning it on. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. How about that tackle to stop him short on fourth down?
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Reed, here comes the heat. Got a man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. If there's time to pad the stats. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover.